Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to yet another very long overdue video. Not just because I haven't filmed for the past 3 weeks, but mainly because I've kind of been stalling this type of video for a very long time. Right, but the main reason I haven't made a video like this yet is because I just didn't have the hardware. And I actually still don't have the hardware, but I decided to make my drift video without a manual gearbox because I just can't keep waiting around here. It's about time I made this thing. But now that I have gained much more skill than before, I think it's about time you saw me going sideways. Alright, so welcome to BeamNG, where I'm actually gonna drift because Race Room is really not the best simulator to go sideways in. Anyways, I am here in the Drift Playground, created by the UK Drifter, actually, a fellow YouTuber. So I have a feeling that this track is gonna be very interesting. Now, I have actually drifted here a few times in my drift car, but the only thing is I just did that today morning. Which also means that I don't have the most practice here. What could go wrong? Alright, so you might be wondering why I have the pigeon spawned up here and not an actual drift car, and that's because this is gonna be our recce vehicle, which we're gonna just take around the track and have a quick glance because I really need to remember where to actually initiate a drift. Alright, let's start her up. Keyboard letter V. Wow, would you listen to that engine tone? Right. Don't mind all like the missing gauges on the right because that's where a turbo would usually go, but we obviously don't have one. So right, let's go in and you can see we're starting off with a hairpin obviously, which then goes downhill into a somewhat shallow left turn and another right hairpin that actually goes up, which is gonna be kind of interesting. Oh, am I being wheel spin? Oh god. Anyways, we've got another left hairpin right here. Once again uphill, and I think, why are my wheels spinning? Whatever. Oop. Alright, so we've got another little right turn, and then, oh please don't flip. Another left, which takes us straight into a somewhat wider hairpin, going right, and into an S-turn, a left-right S, which immediately transitions into like a very long sweeping right-hander. Then we're going left again on another somewhat sweepy right-hander, onto one of the widest hairpins in this actual track because all the other hairpins are just so tight. And here's definitely the most challenging corner to get. Oh, I probably shouldn't have chosen the pigeon. Anyways, let's go back here again. We've got a very sharp downhill left hairpin, which takes us right back to the start straight thing. And on the left is our pit lane. Let's just shut this down. I don't want to be rolling it anymore. Alright, so each of us got a nice view of this track, which is actually really well modeled, might I add. But we obviously cannot drift a pigeon because of what happened a few corners ago. And it is for that exact reason that I have spawned my custom Ibishu 200BX. This thing is a complete beast of a drift car. We are talking about 800 horsepower of V12 engine, not really under hood because there isn't one. Now, I've just modded basically every part of this car and, well, as you can obviously see, it looks pretty epic. We've got custom rims, tires. The engine is actually the stock one that comes with the car, but this engine mod doesn't really like to actually install a new engine, so it looks the same, but I will guarantee you it is a V12. It sounds epic and does produce 800 horsepower as mentioned before. Right, so I've also got a nice big wing at the back with no bumper because this thing gets really slippery once you start getting in first gear. Which basically means it has way too much torque for such a light car. Alright, going into the interior now, there's really not much about this. I've basically gutted out the doors, have some special seats here actually. These ones aren't like in BeamNG stock, it's a mod. A roll cage to keep my figurative self safe, and shift indicators, which I don't really use because I don't drift from cockpit view. Alright, so that's enough talking about this thing. Let's start it up, listen to its engine tone, and take it for a spin. Oh yes, this is why I love BeamNG. Yeah, I guess you can tell this is not gonna be the easiest car to drift already. Mostly because of the sound and also because the tachometer is going to 7,500 RPM. Because I don't like the stock rev limiter. Anyways, let's pop the headlights up because yes, it does in fact have pop-up headlights and they look epic. And, well, let's take it for a drive. Righty-ho. 800 horsepower. Yeah, I guess that's gonna explain this entire video. But right, I'm not actually gonna talk while I'm drifting because I'm really bad at that. I'm probably gonna put a voiceover after this, so, well, enjoy my first ever voiceover.
12 seconds later.
Alright, welcome everybody to the Drift Playground, created by the UK Drifter. I'm gonna be talking in a very commentatory-like voice, but anyways, let's just get on with this drift clip because it's pretty incredible. Righty-ho, so I just start right there, getting right onto the grass as usual because there's nowhere else to go, initiating the drift very decently, going right on the side perfectly, once again on the edges straight into this S-turn which transitions right into a hairpin, which I also get fairly decently. I'm going right on the edge there, touches the grass a little bit, going uphill with Hermit on the left, and into a tight left hairpin, one of the hardest to get right on this course. Right, and then now we're going straight all the way until we get into this next S, which I once again graze the edges with, and then go a little bit wider on this one just for some variety. And then flicking right, I get some decent angle there, once again going onto the grass. Right, and then we just glide straight into this other S-turn, which is fairly decent as well. I did mess up a little bit there, I couldn't get enough speed into the corner, but right, we're just gonna go straight on here. Once again, fairly late initiation, should have probably started a bit earlier, but I do recover fairly decently. And there, I do get a little bit too much angle, try to recover, fails, and gets even more angle. But right, once I have straightened out again, I am onto the final hairpin right here, once again just at the edge, another very challenging one indeed, as it's downhill, onto the final right-hander, right onto the start-finish straight. I just drifted this entire track properly for the first time. What? Alright, so I did mess up in a few spots, and I'm gonna point them out right now. Alright, so that should be enough evidence to prove that I am not a qualified drifter whatsoever. Well guys, it's safe to say that this car is awesome in every way imaginable. It has a literal V12, the same engine that goes in some Ferraris, Lamborghinis, whatever you want. It's really fast, it's got 800 horsepower, and can go sideways at up to 100 kilometers an hour on average, I guess? Maybe 80, I'm not too sure, but either way, it is a really, really powerful car with a driver who really cannot tame it. Either way, I'm gonna keep practicing with this car a lot more, and who knows, in the future there might be a lot more videos about me upgrading and drifting this incredible car. Anyways guys, that video on why I have not been posting for a while is probably gonna come out in a week or two, because I'm just really trying to figure out how I'm actually gonna post, since, well, a lot of stuff is actually going on now, which will all be covered in that video coming up. Anyways guys, that's really all the time I have for you today. My name is Janika Chandrasena, we just drifted my very, very powerful drift car, and I'll see you in the next one.